seating one. I think they're very useful for chair seating. But when I said I'd do it and go and have a cutting thing, nobody came. So I was rather fed up. So I went on my own, but nobody came to do it. And I thought, well, that's too bad. You won't do it because nobody came. Simple. Pick up scissors. Did I bring scissors?
Was that just the other day?
It was last summer.
Oh, last summer.
I think we'll just use the floor as a garbage.
We cut these about 3 years ago and Ingrid swam across the river.
Oh my gosh.
There's a picture of her on the bulletin board now.
Yeah, she was shocked. I got the middle.
We got a little worried when she got caught in the current.
Well, I had to come down to my place.
Who was it that was in kayak? There were a couple people in kayaks.
Well,
I was
Nancy
there.
was,
So we had somebody to
and Jean was.
pick her up if she was having trouble.
I thought it was all right. I was quite surprised how much the current was in the middle. Now, if you haven't woven this way before, the easiest way to do it is just to pop them out and arrange one lot. We don't want them too long because obviously you've got piles. And if I had fat and thin, I would do fat, 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 so they weren't all the fat ends in one end. But really, these aren't very different, really. So, and you put your hand on it, the easiest way to weave this sort of thing. I think you've got to have a couple more, otherwise it's going to be a bit feeble, really.
Should take the mat out from under it, yeah.
You pick up every other one. I'm sure we've done this before here. That comes up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we put the first one in.
Yeah.
And you put it in carefully the way you want it. And you pop it in, so it's there happily. And you'll find that they're round, these things. You don't kind of bash them down. And then you'll pick up every other one. Now this is the best way to get it close, because you can tuck them in as you go. See the magic? I don't know.
That should be under.
What have I done here?
I think you had two on top.
Yeah, I have them on my wrist. Stick it underneath that one, sorry. There we are. I was trying to illustrate that this is how I was taught to weave, but I'm not right. Under,
This needs to be up.
over, under, over, yeah. Okay. Just do as I say, not as I do. Can't see it. That's my trouble. Trying to teach these kids with their baskets. Can you see those either? Here and there. Oh yeah, I think we get the idea. So the next row, we pick up every other one. This is easier than trying to hold it all by hand. It would be better if I had it all ready. So I think you can see the idea. And so you bring them up and you really tuck them in close there so that you can get a nice even weave. Now obviously depending on how big your mat's going to be, I'm not in properly, am I? I want to get it tightly in. There we are. There. This is my centre. There we are. And my centre is going to be the middle of my little mat. Now if I'm going to make a little mat like Mary's, where's Mary's little mat? It's Mary's little mat. There we are. A little mat like this. Now you see
the
how...
neat thing about it is it still feels slippery and pliable and it feels
Just almost
nice
like
and
you
it's
boiled
3
it.
years old, you know.
So that's 6. I've got 6 this way, and I would probably bring 6 up this way. I would have 6 over 6. But they're thin, these ones. And it depends on the size of the rush, as to, you know, how many you want. I mean, this isn't by the book, it's by the size of the rush. So that's how you make your centre. And I would go on, there we are. So we're all nicely together. That's my middle. And so I'm going to pretend I've done it all. If you want to sit and watch me do it all. And I'm going to get a nice long one. We all know how to twine and pair. You don't have to hold it for me. We don't have to do some pairs. Oops. Now this is where I thought it might be easier if you had T-pin or something to hold it. And it's easy to start.
They're not tea.
Yeah.
It's not easy to start with a...
All those things.
It's not very wet actually. I'm surprised they're not very wet. I would start in the middle, not on the edge. This is to pair. You pop it over there. There. And so we're sort of started. And pairing is just... Sorry, I'm afraid I'm going to get you in the eye, Linda.
Karen, put your glasses on, aren't you smart? The three Lindas, okay, I'll put mine on too.
Yeah.
Three Lindas.
And this is how you will start.
Glasses
already have scratches on them.
So they won't scratch your glasses.
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah, and you have
be the
to,
first.
if you haven't done pairing, you can just, I can come round and show you. But we're basically just pairing round, or twining, whichever you like. Same thing, two names. If you're making a willow basket, you're twining. But you're weaving, you're pairing. And it's the other way around. Basket makers pair. There we are. So this is basically the start. I don't need to do the whole thing. And then we just keep going round and round with our two weavers. We go round and round and round. And as we go round and round, we open up our circle. And then we get to the end. And then when we decide it's big enough, I have a little tool, which is very nice for you to end it off with, but you can also end it off with a needle. This is something they use for lacing footballs in England. It's a terribly useful tool, and I don't know if you can get them in.
I think I bought one. I think I was able to get
Were
one.
you? In England?
No, but I ordered one from the from Amazon, a set of tools,
Oh.
basket
Well, see
making
if you've
tools.
got a tool for blowing up footballs. That's what this is for, actually. And apparently it's the laces. You somehow, anyway, Olivia.
If you buy one of
Only a
those,
leather tool.
yeah, and also you can get it on a cardboard, and it's called a
They come
lacing
on,
tool for socks. But it's not that long.
But a lacing tool, anyway, whatever it is, because when you get to the end, and I'll be able to show you, imagine I'm out here at the end, I would go behind the one next door, I would put this on my lacing tool, there, can you do it for me, I'm holding this, and I would pull it back through the stitching, and that's what I did with my...
But you can do it with your darning needle too.
Oh, sorry, actually, I
Only
would,
with a darning
no,
needle.
first of
You
all,
go
I would
through
put it
first.
through,
Right,
and then I would thread it and pull it back,
right.
put it through, thread it and pull it
Like a
back.
crochet hook, but it's a crochet.
But a crochet,
Or, you know what might work, anchored are the rug hooking. You
yeah,
know, the rug ones that clip and then you pull
yeah,
back out.
the latch ones.
The latch ones.
Anyway, that's this one. I was supposed to show you quickly the three. That's the flat one. Now the next one, as I